US Vice President JD Vance has arrived in Pakistan's capital Islamabad to lead the ceasefire negotiations. This is the highest level engagement between the two nations since 1979. High profile Iranian officials have also arrived in Islamabad for the ceasefire talks with the US, including Tehran's parliament speaker Mohammad Bagher Ghalibaf and Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi. Pakistani authorities urged residents of Islamabad to stay indoors. The security forces sealed roads in advance of talks between diplomats from Iran and the US. Iran set two specific conditions to be implemented before negotiations could officially begin. The first one is ceasefire in Lebanon. Iran insists that the current truce must include a total cessation of Israeli military actions in Lebanon. Second, unfreezing of assets. The immediate release of roughly $120 billion in frozen Iranian assets held abroad. Iran's Supreme National Security Council has outlined a broader 10-point plan as its primary basis for a permanent agreement. That is, first one is sanctions relief, the lifting of all primary and secondary international sanctions. Second, nuclear recognition, acceptance of Iran's right to continue uranium enrichment. Third, Hormuz sovereignty, continued Iranian control over the Strait of Hormuz, including protocols to ensure maritime security. Fourth, military withdrawal, the full withdrawal of US combat forces from all bases in the Middle East. Fifth, war reparations, payment of full compensation for damages sustained during the conflict. Sixth, regional truce, a cessation of war on all fronts, including an end to attacks on Iran's regional allies. 7. Legal protection. The termination of all relevant UN Security Council and IAEA Board of Governors resolutions against Iran. Eighth, binding resolution. A UN Security Council resolution to make any final agreement legally binding under international law. 9. Non aggression. A formal commitment to permanent non aggression between the involved parties. 10. Immediate general ceasefire. An immediate halt to hostilities across all fronts upon the announcement of the agreement. A provisional 2 week ceasefire is in place, but it remains strained as Israel continues airstrikes in Lebanon, maintaining they are not part of the agreement. President Trump stated that the critical waterway will reopen soon as part of the negotiations, providing potential relief to volatile global energy markets. NASA's Artemis 2 crew successfully returned to Earth today following their 10-day lunar flyby, marking a major milestone for human deep space exploration. A 20-year-old man was arrested early Friday morning, April 10, 2026, for throwing a Molotov cocktail at OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's residence in San Francisco and subsequently threatening the company's headquarters. In Djibouti elections, President Ismail Omar Guelleh has reportedly secured a sixth consecutive term with 97% of the vote. In Hungary, there is an election push. Challenger Peter Magyar is making a final push for votes in an effort to unseat longtime Prime Minister Viktor Orban in today's consequential election. Viktor Orban has close ties with Russia as well as America. President Trump openly endorsed Viktor Orban.